Okay, so now a word from our sponsors, and it's not a word about sales, it's a word about the freedom to connect. Each of these sponsors put their skin into the game because they have skin in the game of freedom to connect, and their mission is our mission. So very briefly, I'd like to hear from several of our sponsors, starting with the Open Technology Institute, Tom Gideon.
Hi. Unfortunately, Sasha, who you heard from earlier, couldn't stick around, so just asked me to share a couple of brief sentiments. First, a large part of the work we do, the heart of it is lowering costs, improving access to communications. So as such, we're always incredibly excited to support the great work that David does, and very grateful for that work as well. And secondly, with regards to the announcement Sasha made earlier, if you're interested in the developer release that we're putting out this week, or if you're interested in the Commotion Wireless project generally, come and see me. If you email Sasha, he's just going to forward it to me, so you can cut out the middleman and contact me directly. Thank you.
Your email address is?
My email address is, what's your email? No, Gideon@opentechinstitute.org. Thank you.
Very good. Tom Gideon, thank you very much. And now Matt from Thoughtworks.
Thank you, David. Hi, everybody. My name is Matt Simons. I'm the Director of Social and Economic Justice for Thoughtworks. If you haven't heard of us, we are a software product and services company. We build software for people with ambitious missions. For the past 20 years, we've been assembling a team of what we believe are some of the best technologists in the world, and we've been motivated along that journey by observing this trend that our society is becoming ever more reliant on technology. And it doesn't take a great intellectual leap to kind of follow that trajectory and feel that the people who understand and master that technology will increasingly be faced with the power and the responsibility that comes with it to decide where we go as a global community. I think it's abundantly clear based on the last couple of days that time is here. It has arrived, and I agree very much with what Darcy said on day one to kick us off. That the people in this room and the networks that we're all a part of represent a true and powerful force on this planet. And I'm here with a number of my colleagues, and we're honored to be a part of this and a part of your networks and in your presence this week. For a long time, probably the last 20 years, Thoughtworks has been really passionate about influencing the software industry, helping people get more efficient and better at producing software. And we've had some success at doing that. We've helped build some great software and helped organizations and individuals get better at doing that. That's allowed us to grow. We're currently relatively large and relatively stable business organization with 2,500 people in about 30 offices in 8 or 9 countries around the world. And a couple of years ago, based on that newfound, for us, stability and size, we began a new phase of our journey as an organization. We are actively seeking to use our software and technology expertise and the platform that is Thoughtworks to be a force in participation and leading of progressive social change. And it was as a part of this new focus that Aaron Swartz joined us about a year ago. And in the short time we were privileged to know him and work with him as a colleague and as a collaborator, we of course learned a lot from him, had a lot of fun, and did some cool stuff together. And we've all been deeply affected by his passing and the loss of him as individuals and as a company, as many of you in this room and around the world have been. Tragically, I think, in some ways, we are all learning more about him and by extension about the role of technologists and the role that they can and indeed must play in social change now that we've lost him, now that he's gone. Thoughtworks is determined to honor Aaron's legacy by continuing on our journey and continuing our fight for social and economic justice. We're at the beginning of figuring out how to integrate a business model and a social model in a coherent organization that's sustainable for the long run. And we're noobs here. We have huge respect for all of you who are fighting this cause and for many other causes for many, many years. I think all of us who are here this week realize in a huge way how difficult it is to change things. And we've learned so much in the past couple of days, and we're so happy that we came. I think we're departing inspired and hopeful. We'd love to help in any way we can in whatever causes you're involved in. Please do reach out to us. We look forward to working and to winning with all of you. Thank you very much.
Wait a second, Matt. You're the Director of Social and Economic Justice.
Indeed. We're serious.
And Thoughtworks is a for-profit corporation.
Correct.
Help me understand that disconnect for just a second. What's the economic benefit for social and economic,
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I mean,
it may be a disconnect in today's world. We
just for me, I mean, it's my,
Yeah,
brain.
I mean, we sort of think that one of the basic problems with the world and with the economy and corporates today is that there's this idea that you take off your moral hat and your ethical hat in the corporate sphere, you act to maximize your economic interests, and then at best, if you're really good at that, whatever games you played or damage you caused in order to create extreme profit, you can ameliorate that by giving a little bit of money to charity or doing some corporate social responsibility on the side. And we think that a different model is necessary. We think a different way of thinking to actually drive social responsibility and social impact as a fully integrated strategic business decision-making process into the operations of your company is a new model for corporations of the future. I'm not claiming we have this working, but we think that it's actually a strategic differentiator for us for the long term, and hope that other companies will see that way someday.
wow. Elliot Noss from Ting, the founder of Ting, the founder of Two Cows. Elliot.
Thanks, David, and I have to start by thanking you again for, I mean, it was great again this year, and I really think this is the preeminent intersection of network and politics.
I'm not, don't have you up here to fish for,
I'm fishing
thanks,
for what,
okay.
a reduced
Just-
sponsorship rate? So I I'll tell you guys, Ting is an MVNO. I talked about it right as we were launching last year. A bunch of stuff came up through this 2 days, that related right back to us. So with Ting, you can unlock your phone. Whatever the Library of Congress says, I give you permission to unlock your phone, and therefore you can. We are very happy to have you tether. It's just data. We don't charge for that. We are thrilled to have you delete whatever crappy apps are forced on you. And in fact, we have forums and groups that work together to get rid of crap where they find it. We, again, we have something called the Ting Army that works on doing, Android updates that the carrier has not yet released, so that you can, of course, your mileage may vary, and it's tough for us to support stuff that's not coming officially from the carrier, but we certainly allow it. So, we're really, really trying to just have this be the dumb pipe you want it to be, with great devices and great prices and great service. And, with all respect, because I love, a lot of the message, I will say I don't think Washington has to fix this. I think this stuff can get fixed at a business level. And, you can start by, with all of you, whether it's, wherever possible and whenever possible, to vote with your dollars. I think people underestimate the ability to do that. So, with all of that, I want that to be kind of a hopeful story. And David, thank you again.
Very good. Thanks, Elliot. Joanne Hovis from CTC Technology and Energy. Don't let the acronym fool you, folks. What she does is do feasibility studies and design of infrastructure for the public sector, and largely if not exclusively in the public interest, right?
Thanks. So I don't need to describe what we do because David did. I will just say that we love coming to Freedom to Connect. Thanks for having us here. First, we love it because it's fun, and secondly, we love it because we really do believe in planning and designing bigger, better, more open broadband networks, and Freedom to Connect reminds us of why. Thanks.